the whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be doing a bit more of a deep dive into all of the information that we just recently learned about Madden 22. Now, of course, I'm going to be making a couple of different videos kind of going over different things. And for this video, I'm going to be going over the best team captain to select and also the best loyalty rewards for you guys to potentially pick as well. Now, I do want to give a shout out to G-Man for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, I do want to let you guys know that rookie premieres, I'm going to be making an entirely separate video going over the best rookie premieres to actually go with, because there's a lot more that goes into that with rookie premieres, with literally 3 different potential ways to get them, like half training, fourth training, quick sale value there, or literally being an auctionable card. A ton of different strategies you could have, and then as well just the best ones to pick. So a lot goes into rookie premieres, completely separate video for those, but I have team captains and also the loyalty cards for this video. But let's talk about team captains first. So as you guys can see with the team captains, you get 3 team buckets in the beginning, and of course you guys unlock those by playing the campaign week 3. And when you do actually go ahead and upgrade whatever team captain you guys decide on, the abilities on them actually only cost 5 training, which is cool because that'll obviously help your team out a lot, especially at the beginning of the game when you don't really have a lot of training points, so you can test out a lot of abilities. The Superstar X Factors only cost 10 training, and they start off as an 85, but you can take them out to an 89 with a total of 20 training, which is basically nothing. So we're really going to be taking a look at the 89 overall versions of these guys, because you'll pretty much be able to get them up to 89 overall for almost free. So yeah, we're going to take a look at the 89 overalls, kind of compare them, see which ones you guys should go with. But also a big thing to keep in mind with team captains is that they're going to continue to go higher in overall. So you really need to think about what position you really want to take, and also, especially beginning of the game, what other players are already in the game that are free. There's a lot of free players at the beginning of the game and a lot of good players we already know about, so that's really going to factor in a lot. So let's get into it with Shaun Alexander first. Now, one thing I do have to say is that they don't have card arts yet. They completely blurred that out. So we don't have the card arts of them yet. Doesn't really matter all that much though. Let's start off with Shaun Alexander. Now, of course, there's some stats that we may not be able to see, like with Shaun Alexander. It doesn't necessarily show his juke move, his spin move, whatever. But to be honest, these stats here are really the only ones that matter, because Shaun is a power back anyway. So Shaun Alexander, he's got 86 speed, 88 acceleration. He's got 88 carrying, 82 change correction, 89 trucking, and 88 break tackle. Now, 86 speed is not very fast. He's also only 225 pounds. So there are going to be some bigger running backs out, especially if you guys are playing on next gen or current gen. That's going to really kind of change maybe the way you want to go with how you upgrade your team, because obviously you can say next gen, weight matters a lot more. Like players like Derrick Henry on next gen is so, like, they're so good because they're such big backs that weigh a lot, and that matters a lot more on next gen. On current gen, not as much. It still does factor in, but definitely not as much as in next gen. With Shaun Alexander, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this card. He's a decent power back, but he's not that fast, can't really catch. He's got decent carrying, change of direction isn't very good. I'm not a big fan of the Shaun Alexander. Next up, another option is John Lynch. Now, I think one thing you really have to think about instantly here is Kam Chancellor, because Kam Chancellor is the ultimate champion, aka Mutt Master for Madden 22. So you're gonna have automatically Kam Chancellor on your team. Now, of course, what overall will you be able to get him up to quickly? That really comes down to how fast you can get done the objectives, whatever. So John Lynch having 86 speed and 88 excel, it's not terrible, right? Because also middle linebackers in Madden 22, we kind of already know this from playing the beta. Maybe they tuned it a little bit more, but it's really feeling like another game where you're going to run safeties at middle linebacker. So with John Lynch having 86 speed and 88 excel, I don't think that's too bad for a user safety at the beginning of the year. Or you could have him over the top now, given someone like rookie premier Trevon Moehrig has actually got 90 speed automatically. So if you go with, let's say Trevon is one of your rookie premier players, if you have one to get him NAT or you buy him off the auction house, whatever, there are definitely some faster options at safety, but John Lynch seems pretty decent. He's got good zone at 87, so I like that. You're probably going to be able to get that to over 90 somewhat decently early. Of course, chemistries, as far as we know, I believe are actually gone, and now it's just up to those strategy cards. So I guess it comes down to that as well, given we don't know what the thresholds are. So zone could be 91, 92, whatever. I'm guessing it'll probably be 90 again, but we'll just have to see on that. Good hit power, though, at 89. This is definitely not a terrible selection here because you could also just go ahead and, let's say, switch Cam Chancellor to free safety because he does have free safety and cornerback as secondary positions, which I think you have to be like 93 or 94 over. I think it's 93 overall to get Cam Chancellor at corner, I want to say. So you could always just switch him to free safety, then run John Lynch at strong safety or, you know, sub-minute middle linebacker in certain formations. So John Lynch, not terrible. I think there's going to be better safety options, though. Next up, we've got Jack Youngblood with 82 speed and 86 excel. He also has 85 strength, 86 block shed, 88 finesse move, and 86 power move. Now, given I haven't actually seen any other defensive ends currently for Madden 22, so in terms of speed, 82 speed and 86 excel, I don't think that he is necessarily going to be the fastest left into the game. There's probably going to be some faster guys there. But this is overall a pretty solid card. It's not a bad card. I'm not the biggest fan of going with, let's say, a defensive end because it's not a depth position. And when you're going with something like this, you really want to make sure you're getting the most use out of it. So if there's constantly, you know, new defensive ends coming out before team captains get a potential upgrade, and then you're still stuck with 89 Jack Youngblood with 82 speed, and there's, you know, a ton of defensive ends dropping with 85, 84, 86 speed with similar block shed, pass rush moves. Not the biggest fan of it. And finally, we've got Lance Allworth. Now, Lance has got 88 speed and 89 acceleration, which is pretty good, to be honest, at the beginning of the game, because someone like Tyreek Hill has actually got 89 speed, so only one less speed than Tyreek Hill, which is pretty good. Now, Jamar Chase, rookie premier, is extremely fast with 91 speed. We also have free Randy Moss that you guys can get with the Dynasty edition of the pre-order, I believe is the correct edition. It's the $120 version, the Dynasty edition there. You can actually select the Patrick Mahomes Legends one, and you get a Randy Moss and a Deion Sanders there, so you get some pretty good wide receivers that way. And then also there is the Devonta Smith Rookie Master, which you guys could have your eyes set on to potentially go after, but you could also save the coins and go with Lance. So out of all of the rookie premieres, I think that Lance, is my number one guy because he's got 88 speed and 89 excel, so you're instantly getting a very, very fast wide receiver. Also, his route runnings, they're very good, 87, 87, 89. Given, again, we don't know the thresholds yet for Madden 22, I would imagine if you get a certain strategy card to give you some deep route running for a wide receiver, if you could get that up a couple, maybe get in the 91, 92 deep route running, you're probably over that threshold there, so that would be really, really nice. He also has 86 catch in traffic and 88 spectacular catch. Honestly, I like Lance a lot. And I would say my number two guy is probably gonna be John Lynch here, because with John Lynch, as I said, yes, you have Cam Chancellor. You can put him at free safety, though, and you can have some depth there at safety. So with John Lynch, although he may not be the fastest safety option, I think if you're not one of the guys that's going to be able to go out and afford the fastest, best safeties in the game at all times, John Lynch could be solid. And then personally, I would go with Sean Alexander for number 3. Again, not a big fan of the card. He's not very fast, but he's got some trucking there. So he can be like your goal line back, whatever. And finally, I'll go with Jack Youngblood. So that's my personal order on who I am probably going to take. I'm definitely taking Lance Allworth, but you guys let me know who you will take. And now let's get into the loyalty cards. Now, if you guys played Madden 19, 20, or 21, then you are eligible for a special award in Madden 22. So for every game that you guys have played, so even if you haven't played it yet, if you guys have EA access, I believe that 19 and 20 are probably already in the vault there. So go into EA Play on Xbox and PlayStation as well, and just download the game if it's free, log in, and you should be good when 22 comes out. So if you played 19, 20, and 21, you get 3 packs. If you played only 19 or 20 and 20, 21, whatever, if you only played 2 of the titles, you get 2 packs. And if you only played 1, then you get 1 pack. Now, the players you guys can choose between: Zeke, AJ Brown, Richie Incognito, Akeem Hicks, Zadarius Smith, and Marcus Peters. Now, taking a look at these players that we have available here. Richie Incognito is an 82 overall left guard, I believe. Now, remember here, of course, when it comes to these players, guys, they are NAT, so you are stuck with them. So this is another thing you guys have to factor in when you're kind of building your team here, which is another video I'm definitely going to make, is the best way to build your team on day 1 of Madden 22. That'll probably be out within the next couple of days here. Richie, though, being a left guard is definitely not a terrible position to take and just get that left guard spot locked down. Yes, there's going to be some better overall left guards there, but you could always go with Richie and get away with having him there for quite a bit. Zirksee Smith, 76 speed. Now, I don't know exactly how that compares to other outside linebackers, but I guarantee there are 80+ speed outside linebackers. Definitely quite a few of them, so I'm not the biggest fan of Zirksee being that slow. Akeem Hicks, instantly, I'm going to tell you guys, no. 57 speed, 75 XL, I am not interested in him at all. Ezekiel Elliott, yes, he is a lot slower than even Sean Alexander, but the difference is here, with Sean Alexander, you have other options. With Zeke, you could have him at backup and just kind of have him be your backup running back. Sean Alexander is definitely the better running back between the two. But as I said, I would rather go with Lance because you have a wide receiver, you have a depth position, and Lance can be really good right off the bat. And you can always put him at wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5, whatever. With Zeke here, this is probably one that I am personally going to take here as a Cowboys fan. You know, I love Zeke cards. I may not actually take the Zeke, thinking about it though, because I might get his base elite. Well, let's see where the running backs are in the game. But with Zeke, you could always pick him up, put him at backup running back, and have a decent running back 2 to be on third downs, to be in when your starter gets tired. I don't think this is a starting level running back. These 82 overalls, not necessarily starters, but you still have to kind of consider who you want to take here. Marcus Peters, 84 speed and 85 XL. There's going to be a lot of super fast wide receivers out there, but also there's going to be a lot of pretty fast corners in the game. But I am a fan of depth positions because you can always take this Marcus Peters, throw him in at cornerback 4. If your starters get tired, boom, in comes Marcus Peters. He's got decent speed on him. And then AJ Brown as well with 84 speed. So if you guys have only one selection to make, I honestly think that to get the best value here, I would probably go with Richie Incognito, although he's not an incredible left guard. An 82 overall left guard to start the game is pretty solid. So I would definitely take Richie Incognito if you only have 1 pick. Now, if you have 2 picks, I would say Richie. I'm not a fan of Zirksee or Akeem Hicks. I would probably go with either Zeke or I'd say Marcus Peters, because there's a lot of good wide receivers out. AJ Brown doesn't even have 80 for any of his route running there. He's got 84 speed, 78 catch in traffic. With Peters, he got 84 speed and 85 acceleration. Not over 80 for his man or zone or anything. I would probably go with Marcus Peters, I would say, for number 2. And then with number 3, you can choose between going with, say, Zeke or AJ Brown. Now, I did play all 3 titles, so I'm probably going to go with Richie. I think I'll go with Peters and probably AJ Brown, just because I know that I'm probably going to go ahead and get base elite Ezekiel Elliott. So that is probably the way that I will personally go. But with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. You guys let me know what players you'll be picking for loyalty, and also for team captains. As I said, rookie premiere, I'm definitely going to do a video going over the best ones to do there, and kind of the best strategy based on how many tokens you have, all that. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. I'll see you guys next time.